our aim is write a program to compute the following for a given network: number of edges, number of nodes, degree of nodes, nodes with lowest degree, the adjacency list, and the matrix of the graph. So we are going to calculate all these things in this practical. So let us start. For this practical, we are supposed to use RStudio, and you need to install the iGraph library in RStudio. So this is our graph. Okay, so A is connected with B is connected with C is connected with F and E, D is connected with E is connected with F, and A is connected with D and E also. And in this way, we are supposed to work. Okay, so let us start. Here, just count the number of edges: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of edges are equal to 8. Then number of vertices: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number of vertices are equal to 6. What is the meaning of degree of nodes? How many edges are connected to that degree is referred as a degree of node. So A is connected with 3 edges, so the degree of A is equal to 3. The B is connected with 2 edges, so the degree of B is equal to 2. The C is connected with 3 edges, so degree of C is equal to 3. The D is connected with 2 edges, so degree of D is 2. E is connected with 4 edges, so degree of E is equal to 4. And the F is connected with 2 edges, so degree of F is equal to 2. So in this way, you are going to calculate the degree. Now, how to calculate the adjacency matrix? If there is the edge between A and B, then you will say like that the A is adjacent to B. And if there is a no edge between any two vertices, then they are not adjacent to each other. Now, in this example, if you are taking for A, the A is connected to B, and A is connected to D, and A is connected to E. But A is not connected to C, A is not connected to F. So you can say that the A is adjacent to B, A is adjacent to D, and A is adjacent to E. But the A is not adjacent to A, the A is not adjacent to C, and the A is not adjacent to F. Similarly, if you are going for the B is connected with A and the B is connected with C. So B is adjacent to A and B is adjacent to C, but B is not connected with D, B is not connected with E, and B is not connected with F. Therefore, B is not adjacent to D, B is not adjacent to E, and B is not adjacent to F. Similarly, you are going to calculate the adjacency for C, D, E, and F. Now, you need to form the adjacency matrix. So, how to form adjacency matrix? It's a very simple. If A is adjacent to B, it means that if there is an edge between A and B, you will write 1. And if there is a no edge between A and B, it means that A is not adjacent to B, then you will put a dot or dash. Okay. So just see here, A is adjacent to B. So there is the edge between, there is a 1 between A and B. Also, the A is connected to D, so A is adjacent to D, so there is a 1 between A and D. Similarly, there is a 1 between A and E. But A is not connected to C, the A is not connected to F, and A is not connected to itself. There is a no self edge. So I'm going to put dot between AA, I'm going to put dot between AC, and I'm going to put dot between AF. Similarly, B is connected to A, so B is adjacent to A, therefore there is a 1 between B and A. Similarly, B is connected to C, therefore you are going to write 1 between B and C. But for rest, we don't have any edges, therefore we are not going to put anything. So in this way, you are going to represent the adjacency matrix. Okay, so these are the basic concepts that we need to learn for understanding practical number 1. So any query in this topic or in this subject? How to calculate number of edges, how to calculate number of vertices, how to calculate the adjacency matrix and all. So any query? Okay, fine. So let's go for the practical. Now this is your RStudio. How you use the RStudio? I think you have used this in SY. Is it so? Have you ever used RStudio? Please reply yes or no. Okay, so have you used iGraph? Have you used the iGraph? Have you used the iGraph? So I will explain what is iGraph and how to install all these things. Just tell me, have you used the iGraph? आठवत नाहीये, 2 वर्षापूर्वी आठवत नाहीये. ग्राफ वापरलाय काय? ग्राफ टाकला होता का SY मध्ये? मध्ये FY SY मध्ये ग्राफ वापरला होता. Let me do it for you. Fine. So this is your RStudio. Okay. I think the screen is visible right now. Fine. So everything is same as you are doing for the Visual Studio. All these things are same. Fine. Here you are supposed to create a new R file. So new R script, you will create a new R script, save it as a practical number 1. I will store somewhere here. Practical number 1. Okay, now here you have a console. Okay, this is your console. This is your terminal. Fine. And this is your job. Fine. This is your environment. This is your history. And this is your connection. This is your files. This is your plots. This is your packages. This is for the health file. And this is the viewer. Now let me explain everything for you so you will have an idea regarding to RStudio. This is the coding environment where you are going to type your code. Okay, here run button is over there and you have to click this run button to execute your program. There is another way of running the program through console. Okay, what is the console and what is the terminal? You have run the Java program. Okay, how to run Java program? You're supposed to go somewhere C:" or D:" / Java programs. Okay, whenever you are going to D:" and Java program, it is referred as your terminal. It is like this. It is referred as your terminal. And now you are running Java C something. Whenever you are setting the path, it will become the console. Okay, whenever you are setting the path, it will become the console, and in console you will be able to run all the Java commands. In terminal, you may not be able to run the Java commands, but in console you may able to run the Java commands. Similarly, you can run the RStudio as a command line through console. Okay, you can type the program, you can run the program you can run all the program. You can run the selective lines also, or you can run a single line using console. So this is the explanation about the console and the terminal. Okay, this is regarding to job. You can start any local job. if you have the external files, you can use the external files, you can use the external scripts, you can connect those scripts to RStudio using local job. Even you can have the network files also, provided your machine is connected to network. Okay, this is your environment. This is actual your variables whenever you are creating. Now this is, see here, I have created many files. So I have created many variables. So these are the variables that I have created. When you are creating the variable, when you are putting something a is equal to 5, that will be entered over here. Okay, as an environment, whatever variables you are creating, that will be entered according to their value. History, whatever you are running, see here, I have run this program. So this is stored as a history. So if you are clearing something, you can retrieve it through history. Okay, it is not like that you have to type again. You can retrieve this from the history, provided you have not cleared the history. And these are the connections. It is also used for the for external connections. These are number of files that you have stored. These are the graphs. These are the packages that are installed previously. You can install the new packages also. This is what viewer, you will get the output over here, a graphical output over here, and this is your health file. Whatever you want to help, you can acquire this through the health file. So this is all about the RStudio environment. Any query regarding to RStudio environment? Okay, fine. So let us start with this actual implementation. Now you need to import the iGraph file. Okay, so what I will do, how to import in Java, you are going to import through the import statement. So I will do like this: library in the bracket, I will use iGraph. Okay, I will execute this and let me check whether it is working or not. Fine, it is working. Okay, it is been attached to this program. If it is giving an error, what you are supposed to do, you need to install the packages. And how to install the packages? You need to go to the console. Okay, you need to go to the console, type install dot packages and iGraph, and then put enter. That particular file will be installed automatically, and now you will be able to use iGraph file. Okay, now you'll be able to use this iGraph file. Now I want to draw a graph. Just see, I want to draw this graph. So for plotting the graph, what I will do, I will declare the variable. Here, instead of equal to sign, you are supposed to put an arrow. Okay, this arrow should point toward the variable. Okay, just remember this thing. This arrow should point toward the variable. So graph function is graph dot formula. Now you're supposed to specify the edges. Now A is connected to B. So I will display like this: A dash B, comma, B is connected to C. So it will be like this: B dash C. Then C is connected to F. It will be like this: C dash F. Again, C is connected to E. So it will be like the C dash E. C. Okay, fine. I think I'm done with C. Now I will go back to the E. A is connected to D and A is connected to E. So I will put like this: A dash D, A dash E. Okay. And now I'm done with A, I'm done with B, I'm done with C. F is connected to C. I've done this. F is connected to E. So I will write down like this: F is connected to E. And finally, E. Okay, D is connected with E. Just let me check. No, I've not done this. So D is connected with E. Now I will check all the graphs. A is connected with B. Fine. A is connected with E. Okay, it is there. A is connected with D. Okay, it is also there. B is connected with A. It is there. B is connected with C. It is there. C is connected with F, E. Okay, and B. C is connected with B. C is connected with F. C is connected with E. F is connected with C. F is connected with E. F is connected with C, and F is connected with E. E is connected with C, A, D, F. E is connected with A, F, D, and C. And D is connected with A and D. So D is connected with A and E. So I'm done with this graph. So my graph is ready. Now I want to display this graph. So I will do plot G to display this graph. I will run. I will select and run. See here. Okay, I think you are able to see this graph. Fine. Now I want to display the vertices. So to display the vertices, V of E, V of G. Let me run this. Just see here, 6 vertices, A, B, C, F, E, D. Then edges is displayed by E of G. Run. So these are edges. Okay, now you want to display the degree of G. Degree of G. Let me run this. So here you are going to display all the degrees. A have 3, B have 2, C has 3, F has 2, and E has 4, and D has 2. Just see here. I'm able to display the degree. Now there are 2 types of edges. One is inward edges and another is outward edges. So I can work with them also. I will copy this degree function. I will paste comma mode equal to in. Let me see. Fine, it is coming like this. Now I will show like something to you. Degree out. Now just see here, we don't have the direct repeated edges, so both in and out will come as the same. I will make one change over here. I will put plus sign here, and let me run this program. Okay, I will put minus 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 plus minus minus. See, if you want to show the directive edges, okay, you can write like this, or you can put 2 minus sign to show we don't have any direction, or plus minus. Now if you are showing plus to B, it means that the direction is toward the B. If you are showing plus to C, it means that the direction is towards C. Now let me run and let me see the output. Just see here, you are able to display the directions. Now there should be changes for the end, in and out. Just see, we don't have any inward edge, so A is equal to 0. But we have 2 outward edges for A, therefore it is displaying as 2. Just see, we don't have any inward edges, so A is equal to 0, and we have 2 outward edges, therefore A is equal to 2. But we don't have this problem as of now, so I will do it simply because we want to display the matrix also. Fine, let me run this again. Fine. Now I want to display the adjacency, so I will do like this: get dot adjacency of G. Let me run this and find it out the output. Just see here. If there is an edge between A and B, you are going to get 1. If you don't have the edge between two vertices like A and C, we don't have anything. We have dot over there. So this is all about your practical number 1. Okay, you need to calculate the adjacency. You need to perform the matrix. You need to calculate the degree. You need to calculate the edges. You need to display the vertices, and you need to display the graph. So this is all about the practical number 1.